Hello everyone, we are from Group 4. We'll present our integrated project for Reaction Engineering 1, Process Modeling and Simulation, and Separation Process 2. Our topic is biodiesel production with the mass of biodiesel produced is 3,000 tons per year. First of all, I would like to introduce myself and then my team members. I am Marisa Veronica, and there is also Mauludan Guheradin Prakoso, Imadi Digo, Virginia Masukasiri, and Hafid Zaki Alvar. General overview about biodiesel. Biodiesel is a renewable fuel that is non-toxic and also biodegradable. The transesterification technique is commonly used to form biodiesel. Next, I will explain about Reaction Engineering 1, and according to journal reference, transesterification can be carried out in the continuous stirred tank chemical reactor or CSTR. Continuous transesterification process are preferred over batch process in the large capacity commercial production because this process results in consistent product quality and also low capital and operating cost per unit of product. And this is our process flow diagram. We use natrium hydroxide as our catalyst, methanol as our alcohol, and triolein as our palm oil. And theoretically, transesterification reactions are equilibrium that consists of three steps as represented by this equation, but however, in the fact, the desired end product in the transesterification are biodiesel and also glycerol. And there is also our assumption and operating condition that we use. So the next is our kinetic data. We use this data from the journal reference, and there is only the forward kinetic data because we assume the reaction is irreversible, so there is no reverse kinetic data. And then last is the mass of biodiesel that can be produced is around 3,322 tons per year, and thus the main objective of this project has been achieved. So the last is our strategy and side reactions that will occur, but as our assumption in the first calculation, we have assumed that the palm oil or triolein only contain less than 1.5% of free fatty acids. So we can conclude that the side reactions occur between the free fatty acid and also natrium hydroxide will not have much impact on the final biodiesel amount. And the last is the strategies. The first is decrease the temperature of methanol and add the feed stream, and also increase the temperature of triolein until 40 degrees Celsius. And this is the result from Aspen HYSYS to prove the strategies.
Hello, my name is Mauludan Dru. I'm with
Imadi Diego.
We are in charge to do the process modeling and simulation for the biodiesel production. Basically, we made the process flow diagram, and then we do the mathematical modeling and also the simulation. And for the biodiesel production, the reaction that occurs is the transesterification that consists of triolein plus 3-methanol to form the 3-methyl oleate plus glycerol. First, we conduct the overall mass balance. We choose the CST reaction, so we can assume that the reaction is perfect mixing, density constant, and steady-state process. First of the reaction, no reversible reaction, kinetic, potential energy, and work is equal to 0, and there is no additional jacket for the reactor. As you can see in the right, there is the overall mass balance, dm per dt equal to sigma mass in minus sigma mass out. And we can obtain the mathematical model is the dH per dt equal to F1 minus F2 per area. Next, we perform the component balance. For the component A, that stands for the triolein, and component B, methanol, and component C is sodium hydroxide. For this one, sodium hydroxide doesn't involve in the reaction because sodium hydroxide acts as a catalyst. So dC per dt is equal 0. And we move to the component D, which is the methyl oleate as the biodiesel that we are looking for, and then move to the component E as the glycerol.
Moving on to the energy balance. So the general equation for energy balance is the mH dt equals m in h in minus m out h out plus volume sigma delta H reaction times reaction kinetic plus Q in plus work in. And from the previously mentioned properties, we can gather the energy balance for this biodiesel production, which is the temperature divided by dt equals 4 divided by volume F1 T1 minus Tref minus F2 T2 minus Tref plus delta HRX times reaction kinetic times Ca divided by rho Cp. And for the calculation for delta HRX for this biodiesel production, we can gather the value of delta HRX equals to minus 1.8 times 10 to the power of 6 kilojoule per kilomole. And for the simulation that we have conducted from Aspen HYSYS, this is the output stream details. Now we can see that the output stream from table 3.1 till 3.4, the main point or the main focus of this is the triolein and M-oleate. Now you can see from 4 of the table in here, we can see that the triolein value is already small, and there are already the value of M-oleate, which means that our CSTR reactor is working successfully due to the production of M-oleate. And we can see that from the table 3.4, we can see that the total of mass flow kilogram per hour of triolein is very small, and for the M-oleate already 344.066, which will be compared to the reaction engineering one. And now for the comparison of process modeling and simulation to reaction engineering one. This is the deviation error percentage compared to CEB 2043, and we can see that the general equation for deviation error is equals to theoretical value minus experimental value divided by theoretical value times 100%. Now we can see that here in the comparison between the two subjects, for the reactant, which is triolein and methanol, we can see that the deviation error is plus, and it's quite big. For the triolein is 89.7, for methanol is 78.2, but for the product, the M-oleate and glycerol, we can see that the deviation error is minus, but also very small, which means that the simulation and the theoretical is pretty close. And lastly, for the biodiesel production flow rate, we can see that the deviation is positive by about 9.2%, which means that the theoretical of reaction engineering produces more biodiesel production ton per year than the simulated Aspen HYSYS.
So we move to the effect to the reactor performance. In this one, we use the case study function in the Aspen HYSYS. So for the independent variable, we choose the methanol, triolein, and sodium hydroxide. We choose the pressure and as well as the temperature. And for the dependent variable, we choose the mass fraction from the methyl oleate and glycerol. As you can see in the left one, result case study pressure, as the pressure increase, the mass fraction from both methyl oleate and glycerol is decreased, while the result case study temperature, as the temperature increase, the mass fraction from the methyl oleate tends to increase, but unfortunately the mass fraction from glycerol is quite fluctuate.
Now moving to separation process 2, and we'll explain with Hafid Zaki Alvan, me, and Virginia Masukantiri, my partner. For the separation process 2, suitable separation system are chosen in order to purify the biogas. And the chosen separation system in our report is separation and membrane. And this is our PFD for mixer, CSTR, separator, and membrane.
And then this is the process description and separation that we use in this project. So this is the continuation from the mixing process before, and this is we use symmetry in this project because it's really important to make sure that the stream 1 until stream 7 are in the right properties. And then we also, next slide, we also including the separator unit schematic diagram and also membrane unit schematic diagram. And this one is the process flow diagram at the separation process system.
And the last one is conclusion. The separation process in the project is continuous of process modeling and simulation. This value is quite small when compared to membrane filtration unit, which can filter the mixture from 78.3% methyl OLED to 95% methyl OLED. And then that's all for our presentation. Thank you for attention and goodbye.